So we've arrived at the game. We're about to play the game. Right? You want to join us over here? Chair over here? So let's go through it. Some of this is review, some you know this, some may be new, just it's good to start the big thing. So obviously, when the boats come to the finish, and they cross the line, there's going to be a race order. The boats are going to finish in some order. Okay? And what you do is you just add up your team's finishes. So if your team finishes 1, 3, 6, that means the other team finished 2, 4, 5. That's how you finish, right? The magic number is 10. So if your team score adds up to 10 or less, you win. The magic number is 10. So for example, who won that first race up top there? 1, 3, 6 equals what? 10, and 2, 4, 5 is, okay, so the 1, 3, 6 wins. How about 2, 3, 5, win or lose? Say it louder. Win, okay? How about 1, 4, 6? Lose. How about 2, 4, 5? Okay, so that's what you do. And who should be thinking about that all the time on the water? The crews. The crews should always be seeing what the combination, what the thing adds up to. At first, you're going to be adding to 10, and as you team race more, you're just going to know. You just know, okay? You just know 2, 3, 5 wins and 1, 4, 6 loses. It's just there aren't that many combinations. You don't have to memorize them. You just pretty soon you know. Now, there's 3 plays in team racing, sort of generic team racing. There's 3 plays. Play 1, play 2, and play 4. And what that means is, by saying what's the play, it's a way of getting all 3 team members on the same page about what you're trying to accomplish. Okay, and I'll explain a little bit what that means in a second. But there's 3 plays. Play 1, play 2, play 4. And you don't have to be cute and call them, Boone's Farm and Michigan and, whatever. You just call them play 1, play 2, play 4. Everyone knows them. There's no secret. It's really just a way of communicating for your own team. Play 1 means you're trying to get your team in a 1, 2, and then anything. 1, 2, 6. Does that win? Yeah. Easily. Okay, so play 1, you're trying to get your team into a what? 1, 2. Okay, play 2, you want your team in a 2, 3, 4. Okay? You're trying to get to a 2, 3, 4. And play 4, you want your team in a what? A 1, 4, 5. Those are what you're trying to do. And so it comes from play 1, play 2, and the next number play 4. The way you decide what play you're in is to look at the pattern and figure out what's the play. So as an example, let's say going down the reach, we're on a board here. Let's go down this way. So let's say your team is like that. All right. So let's say you're the yellow team. So what's your combination? What's your race positions right now? 1, 4, 6. All right. So for your team, let's say you say you're the A's, right? So where are the B's going to be? B, B, B. You understand what I did there? So if you're 1, 4, 6, they're in a what? 2, 3, 5. Okay? So who sees the pattern? Remember this, it's ABA, ABB, or AAB. So who sees it for team A, who sees the pattern? Right here. Right there, okay? That's the whole key, is to find the pattern. Once we know what the pattern is, now we know what play we're in. Because who's the actor? Okay, we'll call this A2 and A3. Who's the actor? A2, and where are they trying to get their A here? In front. They're trying to turn that into a B. Which would be what scores? 1, 4, 5. Right. So this team is in which play? Play 4. They're in play 4. By saying play 4, we know who the actor is. What's this boat's job? Hang around and let the pass back work and don't get stuck. And what's this boat's job? Keep the 1. Just keep the 1. Okay. Let's just say you were the other team. Okay, so now your team has the 2, 3, 5. Right, so you have the A, and the other team has the like that. Okay. So now you're the green. Yeah, you're the A's here. So where are the Carolyn, where are the patterns?
A, B, A? Or B, A, A?
Yeah, so we've got the, there's the ABA, right? But is there another pattern in there for them? Do the A's have another of the three patterns?
A, B.
Right here.
B, A.
You see that? The AAB, right? If you're going to go the ABA play, who's the actor? Okay, A1, A2, and A3. If you're going to do this one, who's the actor? A2, what's her job, his job? Get A3 ahead of B and turn it into a what? 2, 3, 4. Okay. If you choose, if you're going to these two guys, if you're going to work the AAB, who's the actor? A1, what might they try? What's the play we talked about? The high-low, or up the last beat. What might this boat start to do? Start the tacking duel. At any rate, the A1 is trying to get A2 where? Up in front. So that becomes the 1, 3. And then now it's a what? It's an ABA. And they're trying to turn it into a what? A 1, 2. Okay? So this team right here, the 2, 3, 5, has how many plays they can choose from? They can play from 2 plays, right, Teddy? Okay, they have 2 choices, right? And if they choose play 2, who's the actor? If they choose play 2, who's the actor? A2 is, and who are they going to attack? The boat behind them, right? Because they're going to try and get this one here. If they choose, what's the other play they could choose? Play 1, because they're going to try and get the 1, 2. In the 1, 2, who's the actor? A1 is. And are they playing forward or back? They're playing forward. So Tom, now we're talking about your question, playing forward or back. So you see what's going on here? If the 3 people didn't know what the play was, they couldn't execute it. Because A1's thinking, oh, I'm going to attack this B and do that. But meanwhile, A2 is going back and attacking that B, right? You can see the chaos? So right now, this team has to decide what? What play? What play? And how do you decide what play? The answer is the play back is always the stronger play. Because it's easier to go back and play than to play forward. Agreed? All right, so what play is this team in right now? What team should this be in? Play what? Play 2. Now, I don't know how you decide that on the water. On a really good team, it's just organic. They know 2, 3, 5, play is back. What play are they in? 2. Everybody play 2, play 2. You just call it out. Okay? I don't think you have time to have a huddle up. Okay, let's huddle up here. Okay, what play are we in? Someone's got to decide it. But anyway, so generally the play is back whenever possible. Okay. So if this team is in play 1, one more time. If this team is in play 1, who's the actor? A1, they play forward or back? Forward. If you're in play 2, who's the actor? A2, and the play is back. Okay. So that's the essence of team racing right there. What's the pattern? Where's the ABA or whatever? What play are we in? 1, 2, or 4? Who's the actor? What's everyone's job? And are you playing forward or back? Make sense? Simple. Now what's tricky on the water is trying to figure out what play and all that. So we'll talk about that in a second. Now, let's do one more thing in here and then we'll go try walking through these things. So let's just say that, let's say the yellow team is in the what? What's yellow in? 1, 3, 6. And the blue team is in the what? Blue is in the 2, 4, 5. So, what play is yellow in? What play is yellow in? Where's yellow's ABA? The 1, 3. Okay? They don't have any play back in here. There's too many votes in here. So yellow is in play, say it out loud. Play 1. All right? They're in play 1. What play is blue in? What play is 2 in? Where's their ABA? The 2, 4, right? So who's the actor? What play? Here's their ABA. So what play are they in? What are they going to try and accomplish? 2, 3, 4. Okay? This 2 is going to try and grab their 3 and go at the end of the line. Right? So these guys are in play 2. So one team's in play 1 and the other team's in play 2. Who's going to win? Say it louder. Whoever can do it first. Do unto others before they do unto you. Okay? Let's just say there's more of a gap here. The boats are more spread out. And something like this. On the yellow team, who's the actor? Boat 1's the actor. Who are they supposed to be grabbing? This boat right here and get this boat ahead. So this boat sets a nice trap, and this boat goes through. Right? So now yellow's got the what? The 1, 2. So this just turned into a what? A 3, 4, 5. So now what play are they in? Help! Right? They don't have much of a play right there. So what mistake did this blue boat make here? What mistake did this blue boat make? Right. They were focused on this and trying not to get trapped. What should this boat have been doing? Okay, what's the spacing like here? Good or bad for blue? Bad. Okay, where's the gap? All right, so where should this boat be? Back here. Right, downwind, a couple of jives. This boat should be attacking this boat before this boat does. Suddenly this boat attacks this boat plays through. All right? And this boat can keep attacking, and this boat plays through. You see how it goes? So the team that recognizes the situation first and acts on it first usually comes out ahead. Make sense? Right? Okay. The last thing I'll say about this, and we'll go on the lawn, is what do you suppose the most, obviously the 1, 2 is very strong, okay? But if you can't get the 1, 2, what's stronger, the 2, 3, 4 or the 1, 4, 5? The 2, 3, 4. The 2, 3, 4 is a really tough play to break up on the other team. So when in doubt, the 2, 3, 4. If you don't have the 1, then the 2, 3, 4 is a very, very powerful play. Good. All right, so thanks, Dan. We're going to go on the lawn right now.